Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is What's in the Box for January 25th. Already getting to the end of the month. Already.
Beginning of 2019 is...
Yeah, it's gone already. It's already...
The end.
God, well, it'll be over before we know it. And it's sad. It's so sad.
I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, I know, we haven't done anything. It's already just disappearing.
And so goes time.
Yeah, it does.
We're just getting old.
We're getting very old.
That's right. This is motivational cast. Never mind. We are...
Motivational casts. Maybe we should start a motivational cast, but this isn't it.
This is what's in the box.
It's just a conversational podcast about whatever we want it to be about, where sometimes, every once in a while, occasionally we'll draw something out of the box.
And we'll get really, really, inspirational and give great advice. Or tell you guys to, go tackle the world and be yourselves. And other days, it's just doom and gloom and the world sucks and we hate it.
Well, I mean, that's life. that is life. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah. So, as our normal starter, what have you seen lately?
One thing I went to watch, because we really just wanted to go see it, was The Upside.
I already forgot what that was about.
Bryan Cranston.
Oh my god, that looked a lot smaller than...
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Where
I can't break this thing.
Kevin Hart gets a job that he's not qualified for at all to take care of Bryan Cranston, who is paralyzed from the neck down. And it's really, really, really good.
Is it a comedy? Is it a drama?
It's a drama that has some comedic bits in it. It's mainly a drama.
Which is strange. I don't think I've seen anything with Kevin Hart in it that didn't have humor.
Yeah, well, he is the comedic bits that are in the movie because he is a comedian.
Yeah.
But it's really, really good. Really heartfelt, really touching. It's really well done. Bryan Cranston's great and Kevin Hart is great in it.
Yeah, I don't even remember if I've seen a trailer for that one.
It was Nicole Kidman. I forget. She's in there too. So.
I don't even think I've seen any.
Super awesome. Super great. I mean, not a spectacle movie by no means. Definitely, you don't have to rush out to the theaters to go see it. But it's a really good movie, and no matter what, at some point in time, needs to be seen. That I mean, I can say things about Green Book. We went and saw that. Phenomenal movie.
I still have to see... What's the one?
Don't know. What is the one?
Marwin?
Welcome to Marwin. I still want to see that too. Haven't been able to go see it.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed because I really did want to see it.
It looks really interesting.
It does. And I wanted to see it, but funds not having Movie Pass anymore and everything else.
You have a convention coming up.
Yep.
It's like when you have a convention coming up, everything else just stops.
Well, you gotta save some money. Make sure I have money for the convention. So.
I haven't seen anything new. We're finally dwindling down to the very last episodes of Firefly.
How is it taking you all
because
so long?
We don't watch
every week. We're watching Firefly still.
We don't watch it every single night because sometimes he works at night and I do not. And
it's only 10 episodes. You've been watching it for a month.
I don't care. And that's about it. We watched the Saints game on Sunday. That was it.
No? Go Saints there. One step further into the playoffs. See if they can beat the Rams next week. Which I won't get to see the game. I'll be at PAX.
Yeah, it was an interesting game. See, it's weird because Chad doesn't really... He's not a football person. But when the Saints are playing, he'll watch it because his family likes the Saints and stuff like that. So it's something that they can talk about. So he gets into the game, John. Aspen is a strange animal. She doesn't care about gunshots. She doesn't care about like thunder. She doesn't care about fireworks, really. Him yelling at the TV at any point in time, it's like a scene from Scooby-Doo. if he's like, oh, come on, or like, damn it, blah, 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 she either goes as far away as she can and curls up, or immediately she walks over to me, puts one paw on my lap, and looks at me like, oh my god, he's trying to kill us. And then if he yells again, she just hops into my lap. Or she has to look at him like, are you okay? Are you dying? Do I need to call somebody? Do I sound the alarm? What's going on here? So yes, she is a very strange dog.
That's probably the first time we've ever mentioned football in this game. It's nothing that either of us do like super regularly.
No,
or anything,
well, it's also I'm not a sports person really. I don't watch it. Like the Saints games are the only ones I watch ever.
It's the only ones I watch.
Yeah. I've tried to keep up with hockey before, but that's it.
I don't try to keep up with anything.
Yeah.
Keep up with it, kind of ish what's going on in the season a little bit.
Yeah.
But as far as football goes, watch the Saints. But that's it.
The only reason why I somewhat listen out if someone's at least telling who won or who lost or whatever is to see how the vibe's going to be at work.
Yeah, we got different people who like different teams.
Well, when the store director is like super fans of things and super haters of another, yeah. If someone loses, the next day is not going to be that great if they're there.
So, but yeah, I mean, it was a good game. I'm glad they won. Moving one step further. See what happens next week. Or I won't see what happens next week. I'll get little updates, or my wife will text me about what's going on.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure she'll let you know.
Yeah, because PAX will still be going on. The game, actually, I think will be out before the game's over. But at that point, it's like, I'm not... If it was a night game, I would attempt to okay, well, after PAX, we'll maybe see if we can find someone that's happens to be showing the Saints game.
So are you guys driving back that Sunday, or are you staying another night and then driving back Monday?
We're flying.
We're flying, yeah, sorry.
Very different.
I'm sorry.
We're flying back Monday morning.
Monday morning. So yeah, I'm sure you will know the answer before you get home.
Because there's no way not to.
Yeah.
Because you can't check it. If you're going to check out the hotel, you have to do it in the morning time.
Yeah.
And the PAX happens that day, so we have luggage.
Yeah.
We have to find something to do with, or ask if they'd hold it all day. There's no good way of...
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
The only reason to do it would be like, sure, we'll check out that evening, even though we'll get charged for the evening.
Yeah.
Just to get back earlier.
You have the time off. You have the time off.
Which
I didn't realize that Michael didn't have the time off. That he just took voluntary time off.
He didn't have any more vacation time. He used it all.
I asked him if he had sick days today, but he's like, yeah, I do have sick time. But...
Yeah, but it's not good to... I'm going to request a couple days off and then use a few sick days to...
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not saying for every single day, but I mean just to get paid for something.
Well, they would not like that a lot. Unless he talk to management and be like, hey, is that right if I just do that instead? Which they might, according...
I just meant as far as in setting up the entire thing. Knowing that you didn't have vacation time, but you're going to take those days off anyways. It's like...
It's not affecting him. He's still getting his hours. So.
No, that's true. That's right. They're just cramming all his hours in his couple of days. Yeah, yes. That's right.
Unless you're being forced to actually give him all his hours. So. It's not affecting him that much. Or any, actually.
Yeah.
He's got as many hours as I do. So.
Yay, work.
Yeah, yay, work.
Let's see. So, we went on our little adventure on Saturday to Five Guys.
Oh, Five Guys, yeah. Should bring that up.
Yeah, I had never been to Five Guys. We had talked about it on the last episode of What's in the Box.
We did.
And so Saturday we decided to go. It was good. I liked that the burger was clean. It wasn't greasy. I liked that you could put whatever on it, everything like that. It was different, like you said, price-wise, being that for what the burger itself was as much as buying an entire meal somewhere else.
Yes.
So you had to buy the burger, the fries, and the drink all completely separate.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a little different. I just got the fries and a burger, and then I just stole some of Chad's milkshake. I actually completely forgot about the drink while I was up there.
It's still pricey. It's about what you would pay if you went to like a sit-down restaurant and ordered a burger and fries.
Yeah. But burger was good. As I said, it was clean. It tasted good. It wasn't like over-seasoned, dry, or anything. It was super soft, delicious. Fries were good too. I like the fries.
No, I like the fries. I like the fries quite a bit.
Yes. And I said everything was good. I'm not like overly, oh my goodness, I gotta rush out there and go there again. Like, for the money's worth, it was a good burger.
No, it's just,
but
if I'm going to go out and get a burger, that's where I'm going to get a burger. Like, if I want to go out and get chicken, I'm either going to Chick-fil-A or I'm going to Raising Cane's. Corner where I had chicken, I'm in the mood for. But that's it. That's the only place I get chicken from. Like, if I want a burger, I mean, I'm only going to the Five Guys. Because everywhere else, they're fine. But
oddly enough, the best burger that I've had down here, and it's a hit and miss. That's the only bad thing, is that it's a hit and miss.
It's not good. Not good.
I don't care. It was delicious. Is actually at El Tío's, the Mexican restaurant. Because there was one time we went there and I didn't really feel like Mexican, but Chad really wanted Mexican. So I got their El Tío burger and fries. Oh my goodness. It was a delicious burger. It had avocado on it. It was just, everything was amazing. And the bun was even amazing, and the fries were great. It was perfect.
Hit or miss is not very good, though. You don't know if you're getting a good burger every time you go? It's downside.
Yeah,
I will say Hooters also has good burgers.
I've never been to Hooters either.
You still go places, apparently.
I don't.
God.
You have to have money to go places.
Just saying. In general. See, the auction just came with a Sunday. You were invited. Chad almost said yes, or he did say yes, and then he said no.
Yeah, because he had to work, and then right after work, be at the house to watch the game.
I'm saying, we could have made it work. He could have just met us there, and we would have picked you up. Just saying. But, no, they got a good burger, too. They make a good burger. It's one of their foods that are actually good. Actually, I like their food, period. I know people like to complain that anybody only goes for one reason, but we go to watch the game. And the fried pickles are pretty awesome. And I really like their wings. And I really, really, really like the Daytona sauce they have there. One of my favorite sauces. As long as sauce, I'll get there. And they got good burgers.
Okay, your favorite what kind of sauce?
Chicken wing song. Call it wings and get Daytona.
How are they compared to Porterhouse?
I mean, I like them. Well, they have boneless. That's what I got. And
No. I just meant that sauce. Because remember, you were licking the back.
But that sauce is great, too. That was really good sauce. I mean, some of the better sauce I've had.
That's why I asked in comparison.
That was good. It was less spicy, and the Daytona was a little bit more spicy.
Oh, okay.
Both really good. I really like both. Personally.
Interesting. As I said, I don't know. Maybe I can convince Chad this weekend since... Well, Sandy said she got a couple people from gym to go.
Did she?
Well, she said she invited a couple people.
I don't know anything about this.
It's because
I was
you
out of the room.
Out. So
getting our pickles.
Yeah.
While I had apparently that part of the conversation.
Yes. So maybe we'll go then.
Yeah, I'm sure you're welcome, because whoever she invited probably won't show up. So
You're such a pessimist.
I'm just saying, people have a tendency to flake out.
We showed up on Saturday.
I'm just saying, people have a tendency. A lot of people have a tendency of bailing in the last minute.
Well, that's human nature.
Doing what they say they're going to do.
Human nature is committing to something and then at the very last minute going, I really didn't want to do this.
Then don't commit. These are the options. Say what you mean what you say.
Well, that's the thing. Human beings say what they mean right in that moment. And later on think about it.
Then you didn't say what you meant. You know if you wanted to do something or not. And if you said you're going to, do it. Tell the truth. As Will Smith said in Concussion, tell the truth. Truth will set you free.
Another movie that I kept saying in the trailer for and was like, I need to see that movie because it looks really good. And then
it was really good. Will Smith is awesome. Great actor. I'm very excited to see him return in Bad Boys 3.
Didn't know there was a Bad Boys 3.
Huh? So it's going to be called Bad Boys for Life. Should have been Bad Boys 4, though it's called that. But, yeah.
Well, Bad Boys 3 Life doesn't sound very good.
No. But, very excited.
Any plot line?
No, not much right now. They announced it a little while back, so we'll get some more going on. But I'm looking forward to it. Bad Boys 1 was really good. Bad Boys 2 was great.
Mm-hmm.
So
I enjoyed both of them.
Mm-hmm. First one can be a little annoying. Little Miss Hostage Girl can be a little annoying. So that's why the second one's better. She was annoying. I mean, those type of things can be really good or really bad. It's like when you put a kid in the movie. Mm-hmm. They can be really good or really bad. And the first one didn't like Jack. Incredibles?
Yeah.
The first one, I'm like, I don't care about Jack. He's just kind of a nuisance. And the second one, Jack had the best scene in the movie. So, I mean, it's according to how you handle it.
He's an animated child.
So, it's according to how you handle it. In certain movies, kids are really good. In other movies, the kid is the most annoying part of the movie and brings it down.
To me, that is the Babadook.
That's what?
The Babadook.
I'm pretty sure that was a movie, wasn't it? I didn't watch it.
No.
Because I don't remember. I think it looked terrible.
Of course it looked terrible to you. You don't like horror movies. You don't like general horror movies.
There's a horror movie?
Yes.
I don't remember what this is then.
Okay. It's a movie pretty much about a storybook character that comes to life. Not really. This is a horrible way to explain it. Pretty much it's about a... kind of like a mom, either the mom or the boy finds a book. And so the mom starts reading the kid the book, and the boy, his entire, I don't know if you want to say it, persona, his personality changes. He starts to become a little bit more hostile and moody, and he keeps pretty much saying it's the Babadook, which is the character in the book. And just weird shit ensues. But pretty much this kid, I would say 80% of the movie, if not more, you're wanting to just slap the shit out of him. He is super annoying. He has a high-pitched scream. You're describing a
really bad movie. You're describing a really bad movie.
But overall, the movie was actually good. For me, I liked the movie. You would probably dislike it.
According to how characters are handled, because even God of War, the newest one,
yeah,
and him guiding his son around, and they did well. I mean, they used him, the kid a lot like they used Ellie from The Last of Us. He never gets in the way. He can't really be hurt. He can be kind of taken occasionally, but he's easy. It's not. He never gets to be the nuisance.
Yeah.
And he falls around. And he's helpful. You have your own special button to get him to help shoot arrows at enemies and stuff.
Yeah.
And his character is actually really good going throughout the story. But at one point in the story, his character gets really annoying. It's supposed to. It's part of the story. But they really did it well. But it corrects it. It's God of War is such a great game. Game of the year. Game of the year right there. Of 2018.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm just thinking about The Last of Us.
Can't wait for the second one.
June.
What?
June.
What about June?
June is when it comes out.
No.
No?
No, they don't have a release date.
They do.
No, they
I
do
looked
not.
it up 2 days ago.
I don't care what you looked up. They do not have a release date.
I looked it up.
No, because was it Days Gone comes out like April. I promise you, this game doesn't have a release date. If this game had a release date, I would know it. I don't care what you looked up. You got whatever fake release date you found. The first one came out in June. But problem is this one does not have a release date. If you haven't found one already, it doesn't have one.
I don't know. I could have swore I read wherever I read it was in June.
No.
Oh.
There's no release date for The Last of Us 2. They have not announced one.
Shame. It's a shame.
We don't have a release date for The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, or the Kojima game, Death Stranding. Everyone's just kind of waiting.
That was all just gibberish to me.
Well, some people up here might know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Last of Us 2, no release date.
Okay.
I think I've showed you some of the footage.
Yeah, I've watched both. One. Is there 2 of them now? 2 trailers. Well, there's one actual trailer and one gameplay, I thought.
Yeah, there was a little extended gameplay.
Yeah.
That I thought I showed you after it came out during like E3 or whatever it was.
I know that
I thought I showed you the next day.
You showed me the actual trailer for it while we were at work. And then I remember watching the gameplay one at some point.
The brutal gameplay.
Yes.
One. Very brutal.
The one where people are like, it's too violent. Yeah.
It's always too violent. And I cannot wait for that game. It'll be amazing when it comes out. I don't know what you're going to do.
Cry. Just sit in a corner and cry. That's pretty much it. Maybe I'll have a PS4 by then. Maybe.
I don't know. I'm like... Earliest I expect this next year. Which actually kind of the latest I expect it. Because... I don't know. A lot of people are predicting that Sony's going to go ahead and announce the PS5 this year. Because they canceled their E3 appearance. They're not going to be there at all. It makes people think they're going to put on their own special event and announce the PS5. But if they announce it this year, that means it's coming out next year. And The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, and Death Stranding are all supposed to come out on PS4. So if the PS5 is coming out probably holiday next year, then between now and next year, all those games have to come out.
Yeah.
So that's the hope.
Well, if it's coming out for PS4, then I'm getting a PS4. I don't care about the PS5.
A lot of people actually think it's going to be cross-play. It's going to be both PS4 and PS5.
Either way.
Because that would make a lot of sense. People are also predicting that maybe the PS5 might play all PS4 games. It's going to be backwards compatible with everything.
Well, yeah, like the PS2 was to the PS1.
Yeah, but not exactly. Yes, in that way, but no. Or in a way that from now on, any console ever made will always play any old game ever made. It'll be like a PC. There will no longer be generations.
Well, I really wish that. Really wish that.
Because
that's why I liked the PS2, is because you could play PS2 and PS1 games.
Yes.
And then when it started bumping up, it was like, well, you can play those games, but you have to download them on the store, if they were available. And it's like, no, I have the damn disc, okay?
Even more so because Xbox did their whole backwards compatible this generation because they were losing and they had to do something, so it's a good gesture.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people just think like it's just going to be like a PC. We're going to keep getting stronger and stronger hardware, and that just always you're going to be able to play the old games. It'll just be there. So if you ever want to play
that would be nice.
Yes.
Like, I would literally save to buy the PS5 just for that. Like, completely bypass 4.
Yeah, 4. Because then you could go back and play everything.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to worry about the PS4 anymore, or you don't have to worry about what the PSP might have later.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I just get it because it'll play everything already.
Yes.
And it'll play everything in the future. You don't have to worry.
Yeah.
That's the hope. That would be nice. So, I've got to make sure I have plenty of room on the Best Buy credit card. That PlayStation 5 when it comes out next year.
Putting down the money.
Gotcha.
I couldn't even guess what it would be coming out for. I said I couldn't even guess what it would be coming out for at this point. Price.
Oh, price-wise? Oh, I'd almost be surprised if it was more than the PS4. Originally came out when it came out. $499. I think it was $499. I believe it was $500. It might, because it's a lot more powerful, might be $599, but I think that's pushing it. And the PS4 sold so well because it was $499, even though it is more powerful. All the other tech has gotten old and it's been cheap. Yeah. So kind of feel like they've hit the sweet spot. They can't really go higher. So I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
We will see at some point. All right. Where do we want to go from there?
I feel like there was a branch off point that I completely missed because we started talking about The Last of Us.
I don't know. We were in the kids that led me to God of War.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about the Babadook, and then...
The Babadook.
It's a weird name. The creature itself is weird, too, like, what it looks like. Because the actual creature itself looks hand-drawn. Like, it's kind of a scratchy, fuzzy face with little circle eyes and a top hat, and I don't know, it's weird. But we were talking about kids and being annoying or not annoying in certain things. Like you were talking about The Last of Us and God of War. And it reminded me of Bird Box. Like how those kids were fine. I mean, towards some parts where you're like...
One of these days I'll watch that too. I had time. I've watched any television in weeks.
By the way, guys, Glass came out last Friday, and someone still hasn't seen Split.
I'm getting there. I'm trying to talk Mike into us watching it on the trip.
This time hopping thing's weird.
It is weird. By the time you hear this, it'll be the Friday after I'm back from the trip. Yeah. But we're filming this before the trip, so
it's all weird. Either way, as of this moment, he has not seen Split, so he's not allowed to see Glass.
Sandy wants to see Glass, even though she won't watch Split. So I'll have to wait till I get back, till I can watch Glass anyway. So as long as I watch Split over the break, over my vacation packs, then I'll be fine. So the goal is to bring the PS4 and play some games. And does Mike have Split? Or do you have Split? Do you have Split? I don't have Split.
If I had Split, I would have thrown it at your face already. Yeah.
You don't have Unbreakable either, do you?
Mm-mm.
No.
I can't find that at all.
I think Mike might have Split. If he does, we'll bring that. I'm trying to see if I can... actually, we'll talk about renting. I don't think he has it either. So we're trying to see... Yeah. We'll have to probably rent it for Redbox or something while we're in San Antonio. But we're trying to get Unbreakable as well. Because Mike hasn't seen it since it came out originally. So it's like, sure, we'll watch both while we're there. Really catch up. Unbreakable. Great movie.
I saw Split at Walmart. So I'm assuming they might have Unbreakable out too. Because now that Glass is coming out, I'm sure they've released both of them.
Yeah, I'm sure. Make whatever money they can when people like us. Let's see if they're reasonably priced. Give me a dual pack for $10.
That works.
I actually get to watch it. It'd be nice.
It was funny because Unbreakable had randomly come on TV maybe a week after we had first started talking about it. Like, it's random. They were like, oh, let's play Unbreakable. So I was like, So I watched it and I was like, I have not seen this movie in forever. Didn't even remember this happened.
Me and Sandy watched it like a year or so ago. Really good. It's a really good movie. It's really well done.
Yes. I like Unbreakable. I like Split. I'm really hoping Glass turns out well.
Well, it's getting very mixed reviews at the moment.
No.
Yep.
Don't tell me that.
Yep, it's very mixed at the moment. It's not positive like Split was. So I don't know. I'm hoping for the best.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. So it's either going to be the people who are fans of Split and Unbreakable don't like where it ended up, or it's people who have no idea what's going on because they've never seen Unbreakable and Split that are like, what the hell? That's usually how it goes.
I don't know. I don't know what people think. I know that this is coming from reviews. So reviews, they know these type of things. Versus normal people, though, those are the ones you have to worry. Oh, that's kind of sad. Well, see, this is why you can't always trust reviews. It says The Upside, the movie I just watched, and was awesome. A Metacritic has a 45. I'm like, well, you suck. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. And Glass also has a 45.
So, see, I still have hope then.
Yeah, there's hope. You can't always trust critics.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can read here and be like, what were the issues? And be like, okay, some of these were, but they didn't bother me. Another movie that's coming out that I have no interest in at all, The Kid Who Would Be King.
No, not at all.
I'm like, no, I'll be alright. I don't have to actually see this ever.
No. I'll pass.
I will pass.
What about Morrowind?
I don't even know. These are just the movies that popped up immediately,
okay.
So I will not watch that movie. Say anyone wants to see it, I will not. A Dog's Way Home.
Here's the thing. It looked like it was going to actually be a really good movie, kind of like a Homeward Bound thing, until they showed the cat. And then the
really
cat,
bad CG cat?
Yeah, the cat was so badly, just, oh my goodness.
And Welcome to Morrowind is sitting at a 40. So, I don't know. I still want to see that. So, yeah.
I don't think you guys said that you saw it, but how did, Mortal Engines fare?
Poorly.
It
doesn't have great reviews, and we didn't end up going to see it because we chose Green Book over it, and just never got around to watching it. It didn't do well in theaters. So I don't know. When it hits Redbox, yeah, I'll totally rent it and watch it. But I say that I got a bunch of crap I need to watch right now.
You have too long of a list. Stop adding.
I have so many things to do. It's so hard. It's so hard. There's too much to do.
I still gotta research me a fiddle.
Yeah. Get that fiddle.
Actually, now that you've been joking about it, I'm like, maybe I'll just actually learn the fiddle instead of the violin.
Whatever you need to do so you can join the band.
Because actually, I like the sound of fiddles too.
It's the same instrument.
They just have a very unique sound, and I like it.
I was just saying, they're the same instrument. You just play differently.
That's fine.
Pill fiends. The worst thing about the pills, they're just so they are juicy, so therefore they get everywhere. And it's terrible.
Not the fact that they're so loaded with salt, but you know.
Well, there's that too. But I mean, it's salt. Salt right now is better than sugar.
Someone's gonna tell you different. I know somewhere.
I'm sure. Salt, I don't think is going to contribute to the stomach anymore. Where sugar has done its job. So it'll have to be alright.
Oh, so you mean the donuts and the milkshake and the burgers and the fries?
Where's the sugar in the burger and the French fries?
I'm just talking about the fat content, the grease,
sugar
and
is
the
bad.
starch.
You're allowed to have a little bit of a cheat meal. No, I shouldn't even eat the donuts. I know that.
How many times it was this week? How many times was it this week?
3. They stop bringing donuts to work. Not my fault.
3 this time. 3 this week. 3 within the past week. I think so. Because we had the one today. Lauren brought them, Friday, I think? Was it Thursday or Friday she brought them?
Something like that.
Yeah. I could have swore there was another one. Toby. Toby had gotten them. So I think Toby was Thursday, I think. Wednesday or Thursday.
There are a lot of names out there. Very specific names out there.
Do you know these people?
Hmm?
Do you know these people? These made-up people?
These made-up people? No, never heard of these made-up people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're acting very suspicious, and it's weird.
I would never do that. Not me.
I don't know what he's doing. It's weird.
Yeah, weird.
What?
Where are we going next? We're still kind of short.
It happens?
It happens.
I don't know what to expect.
We've been having a really good conversation. Briefly about movies, getting fat, children. Ooh. Mm.
Not eating children, people. No.
But whatever they can get
Too
called.
much sugar.
The
Babadook.
Babadook.
Yeah, but everything I've tried to mention, you've not seen.
It's not my fault.
It's like annoying child from Babadook. You didn't know. Let's see. I was trying to explain that the kids from Bird Box weren't that annoying, and you're like, I haven't seen Bird Box.
So you say that, and then I say, Quiet Place.
I've seen it.
Awesome movie.
Yes.
One really annoying child. And guess what? Oh, and there was 2 annoying children. Then the other one's annoying. 2 annoying children. But one got...
Oh, yeah. I was like, when? And then I was like, oh, yeah, that's
and then
right.
she continued to be annoying the rest of the movie.
Who?
The other child. The younger daughter, I think. Whoever got all whiny because she let her little brother get eaten. Or little girl, whoever.
Okay, there was the little boy.
Yes, who got eaten.
Yes. There was the older girl.
Sure.
Who was mute, so she couldn't, or she was deaf and she couldn't talk anyways.
But she was annoying because she was all whiny the rest of the movie because she let her little brother get eaten alive.
It's because her dad treated her like that was her fault.
It was her fault. She gave him the batteries to that toy. Is why he got eaten. She killed him.
And she can't be,
Nope.
upset about that for the rest of it.
She was annoying the rest of the movie.
Oh my goodness.
Children, they shouldn't exist.
You realize you were a child once, right?
No.
Never?
Full size.
Ooh.
I know. It's horrible.
Your poor mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if there was any other movies where the children were absolutely just like, I'm gonna kill these people. Besides when they actually did, like Children of the Corn and like Village of the Damned.
I think the whole point was that sometimes one character can really mess up a movie. Because that's my point with like Bad Boys, the original one.
Yeah.
I just thought she was annoying. Them having to deal with her through the movie was annoying.
I forgot what movie it was that I watched recently where it was like everything was fine. The movie was fine except either the main woman or like a side character woman was really annoying. Like she had this high-pitched shriek and that's all she did throughout the movie and you're like, please just somebody kill her. Please somebody kill her.
We're talking about The Mist because that woman in that movie was annoying as well.
No, that was the religious
I know,
lady,
and oh
and
my
she
God.
wasn't loud. She was just.
Oh my God! Oh my Lord! Oh, her alone is almost. It's kind of like Umbridge.
Yes.
Umbridge is like, oh my God! If I could reach into this television screen and strangle you to death right now, I would do it.
She played that character so well,
She
and
did.
it was too well. Like, oh my God! Yeah. Does that mean you're questioning the ministry?
She was so annoying. And she played her part well, but sweet lord, man, you did it.
You hated her, and that was the whole point. Is you hated her.
Oh.
No. But no, what was the carry? Oh, you said The Mist. When that old lady threw the can at her head, I was so happy.
That movie. I'll never watch it again.
I don't mind it.
No, I can't stand it. I can't stand getting through her part of the movie, and I don't like the ending. So it's like just really no reason.
I don't know. I enjoyed it as far as just to see an actual way people would react in a situation. Because there's always going to be that one person who's like, this is the divine.
Yeah, but she was just way too annoying. She too easily turned the entire town against them. And it was annoying. It was too much for me. I couldn't do it. I won't watch it. I've seen it twice. And I will never watch it again. Can't do it.
Well, you still have to watch The Dark Tower, so...
I'll watch that when we finish the book series.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's next. Is after the book series.
After the book series.
Yeah. So in 4 years.
Whenever that happens. We threw some calculations out the other day.
Let's see.
What was it? Like sometime end of next year, maybe?
Well, we started in September? August, September?
No, this one started late, so it's going to be later than that. It's going to be the end of August.
Okay.
So, yeah, well, we started the end of August. It'd be the end of September.
Okay. So, and then up until now, and we're just finishing the second book. And the next books are going to be longer.
So, say all of November, December, into January. Well, for the first two, but these other ones get long.
Yeah, as I said, they're going to be longer, and then as we get to the last one, it's going to be more discussion. So our episodes are actually going to be longer.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we'll probably get through it by sometime next year.
Yeah.
I can't promise when next year. Probably more like late next year, but next year. So we'll get through it by 2020.
And then you'll have to watch the movie. The entire movie. Not just the first 5 minutes.
It's going to be hard.
Hard. You're going to have to.
Take a special trip over here. We will sit down and watch this movie.
I don't know. I don't think I'm... Nope.
If I have to watch it, you have to rewatch it.
Oh, no. I'm going to rewatch it. I just don't know if I'm going to... I don't know if I'm going to be your buddy through it. I think you should suffer along.
By that time, we'll do a watch along with the audience.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and get the video removed.
No,
what?
watch along.
Twitch.
As we will be watching it. It'll be filming us.
Ah.
And if you want to start at the same time we started, you can watch along with us.
Ah.
So you can get our reactions and things as they happen.
I still think that we should leave him to watch him by himself.
No.
Just suffer alone, and then you and we'll watch it together.
I don't watch the movie.
You're gonna have to. It's part of it. But nope. Because we have. Did we decide when we were gonna read "Wind Through the Keyhole"?
I thought we decided when it made sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it barely pushes it, but I mean it does push it a little bit. It will push it a little. Because I mean it is a small book, but it's still part of it.
When did we decide? When is that? After 4?
It is. It's. I thought it was before Wolves of Kala.
So just after we get one story, we'll get another story.
Yeah.
That'll work. That'll be the first time I ever read it. So.
But yeah, besides that, well, what you see, the movie is the last thing, and you get to watch the movie. Who knows? Maybe by then we'll have some news of other stuff.
If we don't know what's going on by the end of next year, you know what? Help us. Help us be awesome for the end of next year.
Yay! Oh, I just meant new, as far as anything going on with the Dark Tower. Like if they're going to try, if Amazon or
series are actually going to happen?
Amazon or Netflix or anybody's going to try to pick up an actual series.
It'd be nice. It'll be nice. If it could get done right.
Yes, if it could be done right. Because we all had high hopes for this movie.
We didn't.
No, I'm talking about when the rumors first came out of them making a movie. We were all excited, and then the cast came out, and we're like, maybe-ish. because we thought, McConaughey was going to play Roland, and that would have actually made sense.
Yeah.
But then it's like, once we found out, Idris Elba was Roland, it was like, I could maybe-ish live with, and then everything went downhill from there.
Yeah. Idris Elba, fantastic actor.
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't be Roland.
No, he's not Roland, because Roland is described as John Wayne, so...
Yes. And him being John Wayne is very pivotal to a lot of that book.
Yes.
In so many ways.
Yes.
So many ways.
His bull shooter blue eyes.
There's a description of Home Dude in the theater.
His description of Home Dude in the theater?
The cop in the theater.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, it very much relies on him being a John Wayne character.
Yeah. You said in the theater, but
I know.
It's the museum, I thought, because the one in the theater was watching Terminator.
Yeah. That's what it is, though. But still. Good old John Wayne. He is John Wayne. Yeah. Again, it's pivotal to the story.
It's such a good story.
It is. But a series could be done. It could be done very well. I mean, give HBO or Amazon or someone who actually takes the time and put a little bit of money into actually making it right. It could turn out very cool.
I really, really would enjoy it. Like, really would enjoy it if it was actually... I mean, that it was Roland's backstory, but how they did it was they opened up with Roland, like, the Roland we know, and then having a palaver about his past. Because that's how we learn about his past anyway, is through stories. Mm-hmm. So I think if they opened up with it being the Roland that we know telling a group, even if it's a group of unknown people, or you can't really see who the people are yet. Kind of, have you seen Cloud Atlas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cloud was awesome.
Yeah. But just like having the whole story being told and stuff like that. I think that would be a really cool way to go about it.
The thing is, I feel like it has to open one way.
Well,
But how do you get that?
Yes.
And that?
Yeah.
Other people cleverer than us, but it has to open one way.
Unless, of course...
Unless they open that way and they say, but this is getting a little ahead of ourselves in the story. Let's go back to the beginning. And then go back to the fourth book and come back to the first.
Like, even if they did that entire, like, first chapter where he's, like... It's like, it opens up with that, and then the first thing he does is he sits by a fire. So it could easily be him thinking to himself, but I remember these days, and then go back, or anything like that.
Something clever.
Or like, I remember Cuthbert and Elaine, it made me think of Cuthbert and Elaine and Susan and stuff like that.
They could do it right. They could. But it'd be hard. Like I said, I could be happy with any way they go.
Yeah.
Either you start with the first book and go through it right, or you start with the fourth book and then come back to the first.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, that would get more people intrigued.
Yes.
It would make for a better first season.
Yes, because the first book is very dry compared to the rest of them. Yes. It's very hard to just jump into and stick.
How do you make that a second book?
I know. I don't know.
I mean, a second series.
Yeah.
How is season 2 the first book and still be entertaining?
I don't know.
As bad as it is, the first book would have to be like the first quarter of the second season.
I don't think you could make an entire successful season based off the first one.
You know how you could? It'd have to be the first season, and it'd have to be like 6 episodes.
Well, yeah.
But then you have to start with the first one. I don't know. There's no. The first one is so different from everything else.
And that's because he started on level ground and then just fell down the rabbit hole with each book, okay?
He did. So I just don't know the best way.
And then had to go back and fix the first one.
I mean, I feel like you have to start with the fourth book. Or, that could be interesting too. If if you combined the first and the fourth into one first season, basically go through the desert, and we see him kind of go through the desert and sit down at the campfire, and we kind of get that original thing, and we get a portion of it.
Yeah.
And then we see him again, and he's going through the desert again, and we keep getting stories throughout the first book of the fourth book to kind of give the backstory, and then move forward. And then we'd have to hint back towards it later on to make it make more sense, but maybe it would be a way to integrate the first one and the fourth one at the same time, and then have the fourth one done, and then end with the last chapter of the first, or something along those lines.
The only thing is once you get past the plot line of the third book, how do you progress? Because you can't just jump from the third to the fifth, so you'd have to take parts. No, you just take the little bit that you don't get from the fourth. Yeah.
You could easily shove into the third book, or to the beginning of the fourth season.
Oh, you mean like they should have done?
Yeah, I mean you take that, and that could be literally like the first 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And you're done through it. It would just be them walking, and then you could explain that maybe he sat down and told them.
Yeah.
Oh, he told them the story of his youth.
Yeah.
And then you just move on. Like, okay, we know the story. You're just letting us know that's what he did, and you move on, and you get through the other little pieces.
The first season would definitely make more sense, though, because, like I said, it's literally and figuratively, the first book is dry. Meaning, if a guy is sitting there just trudging through the desert and getting tired and weak, he's going to be thinking back. He's going to be thinking of random things. So yes, to just slide in those little snippets of his past while he's walking through the desert isn't that far-fetched.
No.
Especially, like, once he gets to the... what is the first... Well, no, he doesn't start really hitting that crazy until after Brown, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Because he still has the mule and stuff.
But the issue comes down to is once you get to Jake in the first book... Yeah. It's going to be harder to keep saying he's going back to his past, and I think you can still keep it coherent well enough.
Yes. Because I think after you've already hit the, what is it, the wayside? I think that's what it's called, was the wayside. I think after you've already hit the wayside, that should be the start of the story of Roland's journey to the Dark Tower. I think that should be where everything starts going.
Because before that, there's not a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah, it's just him
walking.
There's
the town, there's the desert, and there's
Toll, There's Toll, there's Brown and the bird, what is it? I don't care. Zoltan, I think. Zoltan. Yeah. And then him walking until he can't walk anymore, until he hits the wayside.
And then things get interesting at the way station.
Yes.
But that in the book is what, like halfway, if not 2/3 to the book?
Yes. So it's like, if you just take that first section, and of course besides Toll, because that's got to happen between some story with his...
But see, this also... If you're doing that throughout the whole series, the first season, then there's a really climactic end to things in the fourth book and his story. To not let that be the season finale, to like, oh no, we've still got another 3 or 4 episodes to go through with him and this boy. To have a different ending.
See...
But the thing is... It would have to be...
What if it ends at the... Like, what if...
It almost would have to...
End at the wayside.
In there. It would be him walking through the desert and keep remembering, and then the town, and remembering, and the bird, and remembering, and then getting to the way station, and, like, he falls down to his knees. He remembers, like, the last scene where things go, and then you see him face first... Or you see maybe... Or face first into the desert, and, like... End season 1.
That would be great, because he does that. He literally, he's sitting there he's cursing his blood on the ground and just... Actually, no, he doesn't pass out until he gets into the barn, but still, you could still do that.
No, you could. Just change it a little bit to make it work, and then pick up... The second season would have to start where the way station and the boy, and then that would actually even feed in really nice with the second season with everything else that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Make the first... We are already changing things. We're just trying to make it work. Because I want it to be a really cool series. I think it could be. I'd love to see that world come to life.
Yes.
And the only way to do it is to get people intrigued. And the only way to get people intrigued is that 4th book is a great way.
And the only... Well, I guess with a TV series it'd be different. Because the only thing I would be worried about doing that way with him talking about his past already is the fact that you kind of just... You get a feel for his character and his quest and everything like that, but you don't quite understand it in the first book, so you don't really know how far he's willing to go. And that's what ups the shock factor when things happen. And so... if you've already experienced his past and know what he's willing to do or what has happened to him, then it kind of just...
It's a small sacrifice for the greaterness to make sure the series succeeds.
Yes.
Because if you just do the first book, I don't think people won't get through the first part.
No, there's no way to successfully turn the first one into a good first season. There's not a way unless you change the plot completely, which I would punch somebody in the face because that's how you got the Dark Tower movie.
Well, you don't change it completely. They'd have to do something along the lines of the first episode would have to be like the first half of the book.
Yeah.
That would be the desert, the town, the desert, maybe the bird and Zoltan, and in there, and then pick up with him going, and then the way station.
Yeah.
Make it 6 episodes. The first episode's like half the book, and then the second episode we pick up with Jake, and then we move forward with there for a few episodes, some more intriguing things.
Yeah.
If you like this little mini 6, it could even be less, like 4 or 5 episodes. If you like this, awesome. We're going to do a second season, and that's going to be where things get interesting. But it'd have to be a really short one, and you'd have to really condense the first part of the book.
I don't know. I still really enjoy the idea of the whole memory thing. Mm-hmm. I think that would be very...
I mean, the only thing you would lose a lot, and I think you would gain too much.
Yeah.
You'd gain so much, and it would really get you to know Roland.
Yes.
And know the character, and your understanding, and it's more drama, and get you invested more.
I like that idea because with written word versus visualization is that when you're reading something, the author has to use descriptions. They have to describe what is happening. They have to describe what's going on inside the person's head. They have to describe what the person is feeling. Meanwhile, when it's on film and everything, unless you literally have the voice inside somebody's head, the actor has to portray those feelings to a point where people understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And being that Roland is a very stoic character, you don't really, like, who's ever playing him can't really express how he's feeling in the way that a book can.
Yeah.
So it would be even more dry, I feel.
Yeah. And again, going back to his past,
yeah.
You really get to know Roland. Really get to understand where he came from, what's going on, and these names we keep getting references to at the beginning of the books. They make sense to the overall plot and why he cares and why what's going on and how and what. It just makes you care more about the character. You have a backstory to the character, so therefore you care about the character.
Yeah. You know why he trusts in his instincts so well. You know why he doesn't trust certain things so well. You know why he cares a lot about some things but doesn't show it, and you know why he doesn't care at all about other things. Or care for certain people.
It helped a lot of things make more sense.
Yes.
I really think it's probably the best way of doing it. You just kind of combine those first 2, for the most part, into one. Then combine the rest of book 1 into season 2, where it actually kind of blend in.
Yes. We wouldn't just,
the thing is,
random shit.
How many episodes would you make a season?
I don't know.
I think 12 or 13 episodes could pull it off per season.
Maybe. Not I mean, like, that would be my max length for sure, but I'm trying to think if that's
12-hour-long episodes, 13-hour-long episodes.
Yeah.
That should be all. I mean, if you're combining two books, or half of one book and a full another book, that should be enough time. You should be able to pull it off in 13 hours.
Yes.
I mean, they can read the book in full in 13 hours. I think you can probably translate that to screen pretty well.
Yeah. Especially if you're combining the first one with the bits of information from... the chunks of information from another one. Why aren't we just writing the thing?
Because we are not writers.
That's it. We're creating a mini-series.
Oh, yeah. No. It's going well for Moon. And whatever the heck your character's name was. I don't remember.
Tara.
Huh?
Tara. Like terracotta. Tara.
Really? Or something different.
Well, it was the name is Terra Rouge, so it's just red and red. Terracotta is a type of red.
I thought it was
and
something different. I've not used it in a single comic, so I don't know.
So, you guys, if you guys are plot writers for movies or TV series,
we're gonna just do the real Dark Tower comic book.
oh my goodness, I can only imagine.
I'm sure there's people out there who've written good screenplays for it.
Oh yeah.
They'll never see the light of day.
I'm sure there's people who've written fan fiction too, so.
There's always fan fiction to be made.
There's some really cool writers out there who've done fan fiction for things where you're like, I want this to happen.
That's what people do. Smarter people than us. But I think we came up with a pretty good idea there. I think that would work out pretty well.
We just got to get someone on it.
Well, we don't know what they're doing.
I don't know. I don't even know. I think Amazon was the last person to start playing with things.
Yeah, so I'd be all over it. Gotta be cool.
There's 7 books of information, people. 7 books. I don't know how many graphic novels now.
Plenty of stuff out there.
And I think 2 complete guides. I believe 2 people have written separate guides for the Dark Tower series. So there is so much information.
What's the point of a guide?
Huh? It's okay, so a book guide is pretty much all the information, like characters, locations, just like a quick guide. Like if you're wondering, hey, what was Tull? What happened in Tull? Then you could just look in the guide and be like, this is what happened in Tull. Different words like palaver, just all their high speech, everything like that. It's a companion. So I think 2 people have written companions for the series.
It's going to get more and more interesting for the we get into the series. Oh!
Yeah. Which that would be really fun to have, especially since there's things that happen in the graphic novels that I have no idea. Like characters in the books that get mentioned once have entire backstories now.
Some interesting things. I'm not positive exactly how canon or which ones, because there's been so many graphic novels and different things. And
I don't know which. I think like right when they started out, there was already 2 branched off, so I have no idea which direction they go. Because one started with young Roland, and another one started with Roland that we have now. So I have no idea.
I don't know either.
It's kind of like when you're like, oh, I kind of want to read this, and then you blink and there's 50. And you're like, I can't catch up anymore.
Well, that's also the hard thing when like books are notorious for it, about having a book and multiple sequels, but not numbering them in any way. It's like, this is supposed to be part of a series, but they all have different names. Which one goes where? I mean, even the Twilight Saga does that. Yeah. They're not called Twilight. The movie simplified it, but each one has its own special name. Yes. There's Twilight, New Moon. I don't remember their names, but
Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and then Breaking Dawn.
So I thought it was like 3.
Breaking Dawn was split into 2 movies, but...
Was it many movies? Anyway, but yeah, they all had different names. So you have to look up a guide to figure out what order the books go in.
Yeah. There was this... It's crazy, because those ones get insane. Like, I used to read, when I was in school, a book series, I think, called Dungeon Master. It was just, like, basic fantasy, dragons, knights, all that kind of stuff. And I think I just randomly picked up one and was like, I will read this. And then trying to figure out from that specific one where it went to, it was a maze. Because they have hundreds of books. And some of the storylines don't... It's like side characters and their stories. It's like, this world has this going on, or this particular person is doing this thing on this adventure, but this one on that.
That's what you should... You should figure some way to make it easy for people to get into.
Yeah.
And just naming the books. I mean, the Dark Tower series... they're all numbered at the bottom. Yes. They all say kind of what they belong to. Yeah, and even on the binding, it has the keyhole with what book it is. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I don't remember if the one through the keyhole has one. It was done after the fact and everything else. So,
but I want to say they did something. I know they have the keyhole on it. I just don't know what they put in it.
Yeah. But still, I mean, you need to know what order things go in.
Yes. It's bad when you have to look up on the internet, what order do I need to watch these in? What order do I need to read these in?
Yes. So it was the same way with when I was a kid. I could never remember what order the original Star Wars series went in.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, I know Star Wars, A New Hope is the first one. But I never could remember, what's the second one? What's the third one?
Well, when it's like they go through, then they go back, then they go forward, and then you're like, stop.
But they didn't number them. Yeah. And it's just Star Wars with a name. That's why when you start throwing 2 and 3 and 4, thank you. I know easily what order to go in to say make sure what's going on. I can count, but when it's the movie title and just a random...
Let's see. I think most popular series are like that now, as far as at least like young adult fiction and stuff, because it's like the Hunger Games. They just named them like whatever. Like you said, the Twilight books. The Maze Runner, I think, did the same thing, where it's just the Maze Runner and then whatever name it is.
I think it was the same with like
Divergent, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is like, I know, it's just like, you throw random names under them. They're Lord of the Rings. That's what they are. At the moment, I couldn't tell you the asterisks underneath them. Lord of the Rings, isn't there 2 towers?
Oh my goodness, yes. There's the 2 towers. There's, I feel so bad.
Oh!
I'm dying. Please don't shave me. Don't shave me.
I have, this is sad. I could go grab it. I have all the Lord. I've seen them so many times. I have the extended editions of them that I've watched through.
I feel bad now.
Oh, Lord.
I think one of them has to do with Mordor. But,
Oh, this is sad.
We just lost all of our viewers.
This is
Every
real
single
sad.
person who's made it this far just booked it.
Oh, God. I mean, there's Google. I'm kind of sad that I have to look at Google to find out the name of the...
There's the Lord of the Rings. There's... Can I even remember the Hobbits? There's the Hobbit. There's...
Alright, the 2 towers. Which book is that? I mean, which movie is that?
Huh?
The first, second, or third?
I thought it was the second one.
Yeah. And it helps with the 2 towers.
Yeah, that's why I guess the second one, okay? But yeah, it should be Lord of the Rings is the first one, isn't it? Or no, Fellowship of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
Yes. How come I know that now when you're looking things up? And then it's the 2 towers, and then it's... I don't know. Lord of the Rings.
The... Return of...
The King?
Yes! Maybe she'll finally remember.
It's like it was more like my brain kept. We were talking about Star Wars. It was like Return of the Jedi. I'm like, no, that's not what that is.
There are no Jedi.
But yes, so yeah, that was Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. Got it.
Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, and Return of the King.
And then the next one is The Hobbit, and then
I don't know the Hobbit ones.
The Hobbit. Then there's something a Smog.
Actually, it's called The Hobbit. There's a little under thing to that one too. I see it right here.
Something Journey or what is it? The Hobbit. Shut it. The Hobbit. I don't know. The Hobbit.
An
Incredible Journey.
No, close.
Which part was close? I don't know.
The middle part.
The middle part.
Journey's right.
Oh, okay.
And something Journey. You can do it.
The Hobbit.
Starts with a U.
Starts with a U. The. Oh my goodness.
You got this. I know you do. I know
The
you
Hobbit
do.
in. Untold? An unexpected journey. Oh my goodness, I feel dumb. An unexpected journey. I was like, what word begins with a U? I can't remember. And then, I don't know, the second one is something is Smog, and I can't think of what it is.
Actually, I think that's the third one.
Huh? I thought the second one was the one with the dragon.
2014.
The second one... What was the second one about then? Because the first one was them going, and the second one I thought maybe it was at the end of the second one they woke up Smog.
I think.
How many of them are there? Is there three or four?
There's three.
There's three. Then Smog has to be the second one, because the last one is the giant war.
Yeah, no, you're right. These things don't have... This is not orders. They just throw it up here. And I thought the first one came out in 2013. This one came out in 2014.
Okay.
So it's 12, 13, and 14.
Okay.
Unexpected Journey is 12.
So I'm just trying to think of what it is with Smog.
Because it's a really fun word that no one really uses.
What, the Smog?
Yeah.
Smog one?
Yeah.
What does it start with?
A D. It's The Hobbit, the something of Smog. You're kind of getting there. It's an odd word.
I want to say it's something like demolition or
You're close. You're close.
Damnation.
That's not it, though.
The damnation of Smog. The
D-E.
Decimation.
Nope. Still close, but not it. Like I said, it's a weird word.
I've gone over all my
Desolation.
words. Oh, desolation.
Desolation of Smog. A word wording. And the third one is the Battle of Five Armies.
Battle of Five Armies. Yeah. I was like, I know the last one's about all the armies, but the giant war thingy.
How we know our
I feel so bad.
Our Lord of the Rings.
It's been a while, okay?
I'm more just disappointed with the Lord of the Rings in general. Because the Hobbit ones, I watched them once. They were fine.
I really enjoyed the Lord of the Rings. Very lengthy marathon.
I love Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yes.
That's what I'm disappointed in, as far as us not knowing the names.
Yes.
The Hobbit's like,
Well, for me, I really enjoyed the Hobbits. The Hobbit movies. Mostly, I don't know. It was refreshing to get a new storyline.
Yeah, but it was not refreshing.
I also really enjoyed Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman was great.
Amazing.
He was literally the best part. Him and Gandalf. I mean,
yeah.
The characters we know were great. The issue is all the dwarfs.
Yeah.
The dwarfs were annoying, and there were too many, and you couldn't keep up with names. You couldn't keep up with anything. We only needed, if there had been like 3 of them, it would have been like awesome. We could get characters, we can understand what's going on, and it could move forward. But having it was like 12 or 13 of the little suckers. It was too much. It was too much, and
Like,
it brought down the story.
You didn't like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
It was too much. I know all their names.
Well, that's easy, okay?
But still, Disney did a better job introducing me to 7 dwarves that I can care about than this did with 13 dwarves, or whatever how many it was.
Oh my goodness. Way to go, Disney.
Hey, Disney knows what they're doing.
I don't know. I love Martin Freeman, though. He's
Martin
amazing.
Freeman's great. Once again, he was great in the movie. He's great in everything he plays in.
Sherlock.
He's definitely great in Sherlock.
Yes. John. That is my favorite rendition of Sherlock. Just then. Like, I watched Elementary.
I haven't seen Elementary.
Originally I was like, nope, I'm not watching it. It's just another Sherlock Holmes thing. It's Americanized. Woo!
Well, they have a female Sherlock Holmes too, somewhere out there.
I know that John is a female in Elementary.
Well, I think there's a female lead one. I think.
I don't know.
But anyway,
I've not seen that one. But I've watched Elementary, and after finally going, okay, fine, I'll watch an episode. It's the only thing on. Not bad. It's another crime show kind of thing, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And of course, Robert Downey Jr.
Those are good.
Those are really good.
Those are good.
Those are really good. And even the guy who plays John, I can't think of his name, but
It's Jude Law.
Jude Law. There you go.
Jude Law and Robert Downey Jr. as...
Whew.
Come on, that's really good.
It was a really good cast.
But it's set back in the past.
Yes.
It's done. But I love how it's done. And he plays a really, really good Sherlock.
Yes, he does. As I said, I really enjoyed that series of films.
Yeah.
But my favorite by far has to be Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman.
See, they just have 2 different takes. They're 2 different ones.
Yeah.
But, I mean, no. The Sherlock, the series, Martin Freeman, and Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing.
Yes.
It's an amazing series, or an amazing, how many seasons have there been? 4?
I don't know, actually. I lost track.
3 or 4. So it's an amazing 6 to 9 movies.
Yeah. Yeah, there's about three episodes each season.
Mm-hmm. And they're all about an hour and a half apiece.
Yeah. I believe... I don't know. I've watched...
He's asking if I've seen her phone cord.
Uh-oh.
It looks an awful lot like that one right there. As it is that one right there.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's why it looks a lot like it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, so, we're about ready to...
I know we are, but just take that. I'm going to just lean off camera for a second. I'll put it here on the floor so she can take it. And she can just take that. It'll be cool. The
things that happen on this podcast, I swear.
It's alright. Yeah, see, it was really funny. She couldn't just lean over and grab mine from my side of the bed. Why? I don't know. But yes, Sherlock, really fantastic. Yes. One of my favorite live-action TV series of all time.
Yes.
It is really, really, really great.
I remember watching it for the first time and just being amazed. Like, I didn't know what to expect and was just, that's it, I'm hooked. And then Hounds of Baskerville, which is one of my favorite episodes.
This was another one of those series I would love to actually rewatch.
Yeah.
And get new perspective and re-seeing them again would be really, really cool.
Yeah. And then even the guy who plays Moriarty, oh my goodness. Like, he's one of those characters it's like he's weird. He's really weird and you hate him.
Yeah, my issue, he's one of my lesser favorite parts of the show.
Yeah.
Because I didn't personally care for him.
Yeah.
Who I loved, I have to remember how many seasons there were. I want to say it's either the second or third season. The other guy who has the Mind Palace.
Ooh.
The villain who has the Mind Palace.
Yeah.
I
can't remember what his name is. Or like his major name was.
I should know. But I liked him a lot.
I just really, like, especially having it come out in a time, because it's always different when you see a show and something major happens, but you've reached the show at a point where there's already episodes past it. So to have watched the show
there's been 15 episodes.
Yeah.
4 seasons only makes 12 episodes. So maybe one season had 4 episodes? And there's that Christmas special thing they did?
I don't remember.
So maybe? I don't know. No, there's definitely been 4 seasons.
Yeah.
I finally remember what the 4th season was about.
Yeah.
Or who the villain was.
I haven't seen the 4th season, I don't think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I ended up not being able to watch it, and then let's see. I watched most of it, and then it came out on Netflix, and I got caught up, and then I got behind again.
Well, I'm pretty sure I own all the seasons. So you could buy them.
I didn't know this, okay?
I'm just letting you know.
But no, what I was saying is that I really enjoyed being part of the group, being part of the fans that got to see, I can never say it right, but they always use it because it's classic Sherlock Holmes. Is it Reichenbach? Reichenbach Falls. It is the classic clash of Moriarty and Sherlock Holmes. They had it in the movies with Robert Downey Jr. They had it in the book, obviously the books, because that's where it came from. And then, of course, they had it in Sherlock as well. It's just the episode that pretty much is the main clash between the two of them. But I'm pretty sure it's Reichenbach. Either way, to be a part of the fan base that got to see that happen was amazing. Because at the end of that one, you don't know what happens. Like, do you even know what I'm talking
about? No, I don't.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So, if any of you guys have not seen it, go watch. Go watch. Okay.
So part of the resolution to the Reichenbach Fall.
Yes.
Oh, you mean where he...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Because, as I said, that happens in the books, that happens in the movies, that happens in... It's a classic Sherlock Holmes thing. It would not be Sherlock Holmes if you did not have that storyline. But just...
It went a little far.
Huh?
A little insane. The resolution. If we're talking
resolution. The resolution to what?
The Reichenbach Fall. The Reichenbach Fall.
I was just saying that I enjoyed watching that one and being part of the group that, of course, because we had to wait for the next one to come out, having to try to figure out how he did it and
I'm saying the how he did it.
Oh.
Was.
Yeah.
Slightly insane, as in it's the most unbelievable part about the entire show.
Yeah. But as that part, yes, I completely agree with that. But actually the episode itself I enjoyed. Yeah, the resolution was crazy. That middle ground, having the tapes released and stuff like that, where Benedict Cumberbatch is okay, so you guys are here because I'm going to tell you what happened in the last episode. And then he starts talking and it's just static and just random colors and noises and stuff. And then he's and so that's how I did it. And then the thing ends. Or it has the one cop guy who always gave him trouble and stuff like that, trying to figure out how he's no, he's not dead, blah blah blah. He has that board that has all the lines and stuff. And
I'm trying to figure out who the villain is. The one I like. Oh. This is becoming very, very hard.
He has a name too, as far as an actual name in the his villain name. And I can't remember what it's called. Or him's called. Him's called.
Augustus.
I can English.
Charles Augustus Magnuson. Magnuson? I think is who it is. Who I'm referring to. I think that's his name. Oh. There's a list of names here, villain names.
Oh.
And that's the one that actually seems like it's him. So, that's all I can do.
And I'm trying to think of what the other villain is. Because there's another villain that kind of like... Well, obviously Moriarty is Moriarty's last name, but everyone just knows Moriarty. That's the name. And there's
I think Moriarty was the villain in the second season.
Yeah.
Because he was introduced in the first season, but he was the villain of the second season. Magnus was the villain of the third season, and then the fourth season is another villain who I'm not going to mention.
Yes. But, as I said, like, there's another popular Sherlock Holmes villain as far as his last name.
Don't know.
Not last name, but just what he went by. And I can't think of who it is.
Couldn't tell you. I've never known a lot about Sherlock. I know the Robert Downey Jr. movies, and I know Sherlock TV series. That's what I know.
I gotta catch up on Sherlock.
You do. To the point of, if we have the fourth season in there, you can go and just take it with you. And...
Well, I don't know if I've seen all of the third season. I can't remember where the third season is. I told you, I'm behind, okay? I know for sure I've seen the first
Magnus
two seasons.
was in the third season.
Okay.
Do you remember what happened to him?
I don't know offhand. As I said, I was watching it on Netflix, and that was, I don't know how long ago. So it was like I would watch maybe an episode, and then... It's how I have to watch things on Netflix these days.
Still on Netflix, I wonder.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
I think so too, but I don't know. If it is, you can make sure you see if you've watched the rest of it, and if you have, then I can give you the fourth season. But to tell you what happened would be a spoiler for the last one, and I don't want to really spoil it either.
Nope. I remember watching a random episode on TV too. I know. The one that I watched...
Breaking Prism, Sherlock.
There we go. Hey, I would dig that. I would.
I think they have all 4 seasons.
They should.
Yeah, they have all 4 seasons.
Sherlock. Okay. So, season 3, I made it to 4th. The Abominable Bride. In this special set in 1895, Holmes and Watson investigate a vengeful apparition in a wedding dress, reportedly the ghost of a suicide victim. So that is the entire third season.
Well, that was the special episode.
Yeah.
That wasn't the end.
Well, I mean, I watched His Last Vow, which is the last episode of season 3, because the other ones are Sherlock Uncovered, so it's all behind the scenes stuff. So yeah, I've seen all of season 3.
But you don't remember it.
Let's see, what was the last? His Last Vow. Okay, I really, really remember Watson's wedding. So...
I'm just saying, Breaking Prism, Sherlock. That's all I'm saying.
When we starting? Because we can't get rid of Twilight Zone.
Not now.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Is that going to be our special? The one where we randomly just change it up and do...
We still have to do Boulder Dash. I know I said it wrong. I thought about it for a second too and just still said it wrong. Well, Bandersnatch.
There you go.
Woo! It's a hard one. We've both been getting it wrong for so long.
We've both been... Because I was calling it Bandersnatch. And you were calling it Boulder Dash, so...
And it is Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch.
God! I hate to name this episode. I hate it.
Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch.
I don't even know why it's called that, but I guess we'll find out.
We have to watch this. We have to watch it, and we have to go over it. We have to. How are you going to watch it?
How do you want me to watch it? I don't have an internet. I don't have
You
a
can
smart
babysit
TV.
the house one day, and you'll watch it on...
babysit the house one day.
Just come over one day, and I'll let you be to the TV and let you watch the episode. Or you can watch it while I draw the comic, or whatever.
Yeah, but you still have to watch it, and apparently it takes hours, so...
That's according to what you answer.
Oh, God.
I've heard anyway.
But...
I think we've done pretty well. We were on the brim of ending, and then we went off into tirades. So it's been a solid.
Well, we got a good Dark Tower discussion in there.
We did.
We got a good Sherlock Holmes discussion in there. We embarrassed the hell out of ourselves with the Lord of the Rings.
Oh God, did we ever?
See, I'm ashamed of myself because I knew all the fucking Twilights, but I couldn't tell you the Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna go drown in pickle juice.
The thing is, when we said the names, like, yeah, of course I know those.
Yes, exactly.
Of course I know those names.
It's like when you're trying to figure out a word or, just the name of an actor or something, and you're like, I know it, and then someone says it, and you're like, I'm stupid. Yeah.
Can't remember everything. Certain information has to get pushed to the side.
God, that reminds me of an episode of the IT Crowd, because she says that the girl, there's one of the main actresses, or one of the main cast is a female, obviously. Okay. The only female, pretty much, because it's two nerdy guys and then her. They make it the IT Crowd, and I forgot what he said. He said something that was really important about... Oh, no, it was her computer. Her computer was just full of pop-ups and stuff like that. And she's like, I need you to install a browser. And he's like, what is wrong with your... I need to fix your computer. And she's like, no, I like them where they are. There was like pop-ups and random women and stuff like that. And he's like... Fine, if you want to walk around with a computer from The Exorcist, you go right ahead. And then she's like, just stop. I need you to install a browser for me. He's like, the E, that is your browser. She's like, no, that's what connects you to the internet. And he's like, what do you think a browser does that connects you to the internet? And she's like, how am I supposed to know that? That's what nerdy people like you know. The minute I put that in my head, something important goes out. Yeah.
Can't keep it all up there.
I love the IT Crowd. Oh my goodness.
Never seen the IT Crowd.
You need
We've
to
gone
watch
over this multiple times.
You need to watch the IT Crowd. I know the list is growing, but you need to watch the IT Crowd. It is hilarious.
Let's just see if I can get to Split first. Okay?
I feel like we just need to have a day where we watch movies we haven't seen in a while, movies we haven't seen, and like an episode of a series that we need to watch.
That's a lot we need to do. Breaking down Sherlock, episode by episode. Totally down for that.
I feel like you're doing. I love Sherlock.
So do I. I don't remember if you said you've seen Fringe or not.
Fringe? I saw a lot of the beginning of Fringe, but it's one of those ones that trailed off, and when I tried to come back to it, it was woo! Yeah.
That's why it's great.
Yeah.
That's why it's great.
Because I remember us talking about that too, wanting to do Fringe at some point.
All I want to do is rewatch Fringe. Fringe and Sherlock are my two of my top favorite TV series of all time. Fringe is probably my number one favorite TV show of all time. Live action TV show. I have to put asterisks on there because I have to count anime and live action a little differently. They're very different. But live action television, Fringe is probably my favorite show of all time. I loved Fringe, and I would love to watch it again. So, Fringe, Sherlock, Stranger Things has kind of made its way up there in my top 5-ish. And Altered Carbon's up there in my top 5-ish.
Still haven't seen that one either.
It's really good. Really cool sci-fi. I feel like I'm forgetting one, which is kind of sad. But that's 4 out of 5 right there.
Any older ones?
How old?
I don't know. I was just throwing a thing out there because I know that you had a couple different sandwiches.
I Love Lucy.
And on that note, guys.
I love Lucy. Don't be mean to I Love Lucy.
I Love Lucy is great, okay?
Don't be mean to her.
We need to go.
I Love Lucy. It's a fantastic television show.
It is. It was just weird because you jumped from Fringe to I Love Lucy, and I'm just concerned.
I love Lucy.
Who is Lucy? And does Sandy know?
Sandy knows.
Sandy knows you
Sandy
love
knows.
Lucy.
Sandy knows. I promise. No, Sandy bought me the entire series.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Sandy knows. Lucy's awesome. Greatest sitcom ever made, right there. Okay, greatest sitcom ever made.
Oh my goodness.
As always, you can reach me at Stars Untraveled. You can reach Amanda at Casey Pup. You can reach the show at Beyond Our Focus.
Nope, he forgot already. He's not allowed to. No.
What did I forget?
You weren't doing your acts thing
I know,
until you remember.
I know. It's
so
easy to
it's
say
too late
sometimes.
now.
You can reach the show at Twitter and at Facebook and at Instagram and at YouTube and at podcast services around the globe.
Sorry, you've lost your power.
Like, subscribe. Please subscribe. We found that we got a new subscriber.
Yay, new subscribers!
Welcome. We don't know what we think you're watching Twilight Zone. If you are, good for you. We're proud of you. You're the only reason we're keeping the show up. So, we're proud of you.
Ignore him. Please ignore him. I'm sure you haven't made it this far anyways, but ignore him anyways. Continue.
You've made it to our 3.5 people now. We're very proud of you.
I'm still wondering who this half person is.
They're rolling around.
Oh, okay. They're rolling around just viewing but not liking or commenting or anything.
They don't have arms.
Oh, okay. Is that why?
Yeah. You can't click.
How do they play?
Siri, play.
They can't go Siri
Get
like
on their
the
phone.
episode?
Probably not. Siri's not that smart.
We're just in that.
Till next time! Long days and pleasant nights.